Hello everyone. In previous part, we have discussed how to solve practice set 2.1 real numbers. In this part, we are going to discuss how to solve practice set 2.2 from real numbers. नमस्कार. या पार्ट मध्ये आपण प्रॅक्टिस सेट 2.2 कसा सोडवायचा ते बघणार आहोत. Before going to the topic, let us discuss some properties related to rational numbers. The first property is addition or subtraction or multiplication or division of two rational numbers is rational. See here, 2 upon 7 is rational, 4 upon 9 is rational. So addition of two rational. This is addition of two rational. It is always rational number. Addition of two rational is always rational. Similarly, subtraction of two rational is always rational. Multiplication of two rational is always rational, and division of two rational is always rational. This is first property. Then second property, addition or subtraction of rational with irrational is an irrational number. Addition or subtraction of rational with irrational. Here 2 is rational and square root 3 is irrational. If we take addition of these two, then this addition will be irrational. Then subtraction will be irrational, as well as multiplication will be irrational, as well as division will be irrational. The third property, addition or subtraction, multiplication and division of two irrational numbers can be either rational or irrational. See here, addition of, let us take addition of two irrational numbers. Suppose first irrational number is 2 plus square root 3 and second irrational number is negative square root 3. This is irrational number, this is irrational number. Now if we take addition of these two irrational number, plus into minus minus, we get 2. So here addition of two irrational, we get rational. Now here 2 square root 3 plus square root 3. If I take here, this is irrational, this is irrational. If we take addition, I get here 3 square root 3. Now in this case, I get rational number and here we get irrational number. So same in case of subtraction, multiplication and division. So we can say addition of two irrational numbers can be rational or can be irrational. Let us take first example, show that 4 square root 2 is an irrational number. Now here we will prove this by indirect method. There are two methods, direct method and indirect method, and we are using indirect method. In indirect method, the statement which we have to prove, we take contradiction of that statement. What we have to prove, 4 square root 2 is an irrational number. हे आपल्याला दाखवायचं की 4 square root 2 हा irrational number आहे. तर याचं contradiction काय होईल की let us assume that 4 square root 2 is a rational number. आपण याचं विरुद्ध स्टेटमेंट घेतलं, this is called contradictory statement. Rational number, because we are using indirect method. For rational आहे, that means we can write this in the form P upon Q. We know every rational number can be expressed in this form. There P belongs to I, म्हणजे P पण integer आणि Q पण integer असतो आणि Q हा non-zero. This is definition of rational number. So here let us 4 square root 2 is P upon Q. Now dividing by 4 to both the sides, we get here 4 square root 2 upon 4 and here P upon, or you can write 1 upon 4 into P upon Q. One and the same. Dividing by 4, that means multiplying by 1 upon 4. इथे 4 ने divide केल्यावर we get simply 2 and here we get P upon 4Q. Right? Now left hand side is square root 2 and this is irrational. This is irrational number, and right hand side, this is LHS, that is left hand side, and this is RHS. Now our LHS is square root 2 and it is irrational number, and RHS is P upon 4Q. Now we know that P is rational and 4Q is also rational. Since 4 is rational, Q is rational, we can say 4Q is rational. Because we have seen properties in the beginning that product of two rational is rational and division of two rational is also rational. Since P is rational, this is rational, therefore P upon 4Q, this is also rational. Now this is contradiction. Our left hand side is irrational and right hand side is rational. This is contradiction. Is this possible? This is not possible. This is contradiction to the fact that 4 square root 2 is an irrational number, and therefore our assumption, आपण काय assume केलं होतं? आपण असं assume केलं होतं की हा 4 square root 2 हा काय आहे rational number, therefore our assumption is false. मग assumption जर false असेल तर मग काय true असेल? 4 square root 2 is an irrational number. So in this way, by using indirect method, we can prove 4 square root 2 is an irrational number. Let us take second example. Prove that 3 plus square root 5 is an irrational number. Again, here we are using indirect method. Therefore, we will take contradictory statement. Let us assume that 3 plus square root 5 is a rational number. Therefore, let 3 plus square root 5 is equal to P upon Q. When this is rational number, that means we can express this in the form P upon Q, where P belongs to integers and Q is also integer and Q is non-zero, right? So, here we get 3 plus square root 5 is equal to P upon Q. Subtracting 3 from both the sides. 3 from both the sides, we get 3 plus square root 5 minus 3 is equal to P upon Q minus 3. So, here we get square root 5 and here we get P upon Q minus 3. Now, left hand side again. Check left hand side. Left hand side is square root 5 and it is irrational. This is left hand side. Now, and right hand side is P upon Q minus 3. Now, P upon Q is what? It is rational. And 3 is, what is 3? It is also rational. And we have seen in the beginning P upon Q, that is subtraction of two rational, is always rational. And therefore P upon Q minus 3 is also rational. Now LHS is irrational, RHS is rational. Is this possible? LHS irrational, RHS rational. This is contradiction. And therefore our assumption is false. If our assumption is false, then what is true? Here we have assumed that 3 plus square root 5 is a rational number and we are saying that this is false. Then what is true? Therefore 3 plus square root 5 is an irrational number. And in this way, by indirect method, we can show 3 plus square root 5 is an irrational number. That is, addition of rational with irrational is always irrational. Represent square root 5 and square root 10 on a number line. Scale 2 cm is equal to 1 unit helps us to understand this geometric construction easily. Draw a line. Take 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 at a distance of 2 cm from each other, and we have taken scale 2 cm is equal to 1 unit. Let O, A, B, C, D are points associated with this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means coordinate of O is 0, coordinate of A is 1, coordinate of B is 2, coordinate of C is 3 and D is 4. Here we know that 1 is equal to square root 1, 2 is equal to square root 4, 3 is equal to square root 9 and 4 is equal to square root 16. And therefore here near 1 I have written square root 1, 2 is square root 4, 3 is square root 9 and 4 is square root 16. Now we know we have to represent square root 5 on a number line, and this square root 5 must be in between 2 and 3, that is in between square root 4 and square root 9. Similarly, square root 10 will be in between 3 and 4, that is in between square root 9 and square root 16. To draw perpendicular at point B, I put here center of the protractor at point B and mark point at here at 90 degree. Thus perpendicular is drawn at point B. Take distance of 1 unit between the tips of compass and place here steel tip at point B and draw an arc and label this point as E. Draw segment OE. In right angle triangle OBE, we have, by Pythagoras theorem, OE square is equal to OB square plus BE square. Now we know that this OB is what? It is 2, and this BE, it is 1 unit, and therefore we will write here 2 square plus 1 square, that is 4 plus 1, that is equal to 5, and thus we get OE square is equal to 5. Taking square root, we get OE. OE, this OE is equal to square root 5. OE is equal to square root 5. Thus, we get this square root 5, this distance, and this OE, it is square root 5. Take this distance OE between the tips of compass and place here steel tip at point O and draw an arc. It passes through E because this distance is square root 5. This distance is what? Square root 5, and we are taking this distance on number line, and therefore this distance will be square root 5. Let this point be F, and this is distance square root 5, and therefore point F denotes square root 5. Therefore we have represented square root 5 on number line. As square root 10 lies in between square root 9 and square root 16, therefore here I place this protractor at point C. It denotes square root 9, and here I have taken a point at 90 degree to draw perpendicular at point C. Now perpendicular is drawn at point C. Now take distance of 1 unit between the tips of compass and place steel tip here at point C. Draw arc. This arc intersect this line at point H. Draw segment OH. Now in right angle triangle OCH, we have OC is 3 and we have CH is 1. Now in right angle triangle OCH, by Pythagoras theorem, we have OH square is equal to OC square plus HC square, that is 3 square plus 1 square, that is 9 plus 1, that is equal to 10. Taking square root, we get OH is equal to square root 10. Thus, we get square root 10, that is OH. Here, this OH will be square root 10. Take distance square root 10 between the tips of compass and place here steel tip at point O and draw arc. This arc intersect this line at point G, and this G represents square root 10 because OH is square root 10 and we have taken the same distance. Thus point G represents square root 10 and point F represents square root 5. In this way we have represented square root 5 and square root 10 on number line. Next question, write any three rational numbers between the two integers given below. Here we have to write any three rational numbers between the two given integers. Here 0.3 and negative 0.5 are the given integers. We have to write three rational numbers in between them. Right? First of all, 0.3 and negative 0.5. If you compare this, negative 0.5 is smaller than 0.3. Therefore, I will write negative 0.5 is less than 0.3. Right? Now, I have to write three rational numbers in between them. So, here if I write negative 0.5 as negative 0.50, it makes no difference. The value remains same. And again, I will write this as 0.30. This 0 makes no difference. This is nothing but 0.3. Now we have 2 digits after decimal point. Here also 2 digits after decimal point. Now we can find many rational numbers between these two integers. Now negative 0.50 is less than negative 0.49 is less than negative 0.48 is less than negative 0.47 is less than negative 0.46, and you can write many rational numbers in between them. And now I will write here again 0.30. Here this is negative 0.50 and this is last one. So you can write many rational numbers between these two, and here I will write negative 0.49, negative 0.48 and negative 0.47 are the three rational numbers in between these two. Right? Let us solve this example. Negative 2.3 and negative 2.33. We have to write three rational numbers between these two integers. Now again compare this. If you compare, see here negative 2.3, it is negative 2.30. Now we can compare easily because 2 digits after decimal point, here also 2 digits after decimal point, and here we can write 2.33 is less than negative 2.30. Right? Now if here I have taken 10, so that 2 digits after decimal point, and here also 2 digits after decimal point. If I write negative 2.33 is less than negative 2.32 is less than negative 2.31 less than negative 2.30. Here I am getting only two rational numbers in between these two. But I want three rational numbers, and therefore what I will do? I will here write 3 digits after decimal point. By putting 0, it makes no difference. This value remains as it is. And here I will write negative 2.300. Right? Here I have written 2 digits after decimal point, and here also 2 digits. But now I have written 3 digits after decimal point and 3 digits here in this case also. Now we will get many rational numbers between these two. Now we will write this as negative 2.330 is less than negative 2.329 is less than negative 2.328 is less than negative 2.327 and so on is less than, we will write this as negative 2.300. Okay, we want 3 rational number and here we are getting 3 rational number between this negative 2.3 and negative 2.33. Let us take third example, 5.2 and 5.3. Here 5.2 is less than 5.3, right? Now here if I write this as 5.20, this I can write 5.30. Here we have taken 2 digits after decimal point, here also 2 digits after decimal point, and therefore we can write 5.20 is less than 5.21 is less than 5.22 is less than 5.23 is less than 5.24, 5.25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and here we get 5.30. You can write many rational numbers in between these two, and therefore our required answer is 5.21, 5.22 and 5.23. I have selected only 3 rational numbers between these two. Now let us take this example, negative 4.5 and negative 4.6. Again compare this. Negative 4.6 is less than negative 4.5, right? If I write this as negative 4.60, this I can write negative 4.50. Again 2 digits are there after decimal point, 2 digits are there after decimal point. So we can write negative 4.60 is less than negative 4.59 is less than negative 4.58 is less than negative 4.57 is less than negative 4.56 and so on, and here we get negative, here I will write negative 4.50, right? Negative 4.50. Thus we get 3 rational numbers between these two. These 3 rational numbers are negative 4.59, negative 4.58 and negative 4.57.